Besides the maximum 6 points, their hope will be on Manchester United dropping a point in the remaining games.
On Manchester City dropping a point.
Exactly.
Yeah, correctly. But play your part.
Yeah.
They have 6 points up for grabs. Get those 6 points as Arsenal. Then you wait for Manchester to slip up.
Yeah.
Don't slip up and hope Manchester slips up twice. No.
Rasmus Højlund, thunderous. It's an absolute net buster.
Hello, Dumelang Sanbonani, and welcome to the Diski preview show where we talk about football matters. My name is yours truly, Mr. E. Today we'll be taking a look at the big one. It's Manchester United and Arsenal, and it's taking place at the Old Trafford Stadium. And I'm not alone in the studio. I have uThisha. uThisha weDiski. Tisha weDiski, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Ian. And yes, you heard correctly. Today we're going to England, the biggest league. That's the biggest soccer league, the EPL, where we have Manchester United who play Arsenal. I'm sure you've used to us talking about Sundowns, Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates. Today, we decided to go to England.
What are your thoughts on that epic battle at Old Trafford, the theatre of dreams? Do you think Manchester United will be able to upset Arsenal? Let us know on the comment section. And what are your suggestions on the show? Please tell us again on the comment section. We'll be able to give them to our executive producer for consideration. When we come back, we'll be taking a look at the big one. It's Manchester United versus Arsenal. You are watching the Diski preview show as we take a look at the big game. It's happening at Old Trafford, where Manchester United will be playing against the Gunners, Arsenal, and that game promises to be headlining this weekend. Tisha weDiski, Manchester United coming to this game, currently sitting at position number 8, going into the weekend, that is, while Arsenal, with 2 games to go, currently sitting on top of that log table.
When it rains, it pours, Mr. E, for Man United.
Yeah.
For such a big team with such a big history. Things are not going so well, you know. This is not the Man United that we've known, I mean, in the past a few years.
Yes.
Look where they find themselves at the moment.
Yeah.
You look at the goal difference, Mr. E. For Man United to have a goal difference of -3.
-3.
After 35
They've
games.
been scored more than they've scored.
That's bad. But to be honest, to be fair, it shouldn't be a surprise. I mean, if you look at the key defenders, they're out injured.
Yeah.
You have Leauge, who's been out for a long time, injury.
Yeah.
You have Maguire, he's out, injury.
And
you have
those are key members of the squad.
Those are key members. You have Uvirane.
Yeah.
He's out, injured.
Yeah.
So it's not a surprise which Man United is conceding so many goals.
So that goes on to show, Tisha weDiski, that they don't have enough depth. I mean, depth as you have alluded to the fact that they've lost key members of the squad through injuries. Why wouldn't they be able to find replacements that are of equal quality?
Look, Mr. If you're going to be looking at numbers, yes, they have enough players to play. Hence, they are still playing.
Yeah.
But now the experience. That's the factor. That's the key factor, the experience. Current defenders are currently playing now. They are short.
Yeah.
You need Maguire there in your defense. You need Leauge there in your defense. Like you need Uvirane. You need Uvirane. As much as he does that. We have had many talks about Maguire. As much as he has his mistakes. But there's a lot of good that comes from Maguire.
I
mean, if that wasn't the case, why is Maguire captain for England? I mean, often we see Maguire. If Kane is not the captain, it's Maguire.
It's always Maguire.
There's a reason why he's captain. He's got a tremendous leadership skills. He even scores. He's got a couple of goals under his name. So he's a quality player.
He's quite a quality player, Tisha weDiski. Currently sitting at position number 8 with 54 points. If they go on to win this one, they will jump to 57 points. That's position number 6, Tisha weDiski. Last year, the last season, Manchester United finished at position number 3, which was a Champions League spot. But this year, it doesn't look like they'll be qualifying either for Champions League or for Europa.
Look, the furthest they can get to is they can get to the the Europa, the Conference League.
The Conference League.
That's how far. But then again, there's still teams like Chelsea ahead of them. You know, will also be looking to play European football. So it's very difficult for Man U. I think the best that Man United can actually do right now, they're still in the FA Cup. They finalists in the FA Cup.
They might get a silver.
They'll play Manchester City. Let them go all out and maybe clinch the FA. And if they cannot do that, looking at the league now, remember now, there's 2 teams currently running for the league. You have your Arsenal and your Manchester City.
Yes.
Dent Arsenal's chances of getting the league. At least you can brag about that. To say, we took the league away from Arsenal.
I wanted to ask weDiski, what are they going to get from that? Well, if it's bragging rights, well, there's no problem. They can do that. And surely Manchester City, with a game in hand and trailing Arsenal by 1 point, Tisha weDiski, Arsenal must not lose anything. There mustn't be a draw or a loss for the remaining 2 games.
2 games to go for Arsenal.
Yeah.
They need the maximum 6 points. It's in their hands.
Yeah.
If they can get the 6 points,
and
then now only then they can look at Man City.
Besides the maximum 6 points, their hope will be on Manchester United dropping a point in the remaining games.
On Manchester City dropping a point.
Exactly.
Yeah, correctly. But play your part.
Yeah.
They have 6 points up for grabs. Get those 6 points as Arsenal. Then you wait for Manchester to slip up.
Yeah.
Don't slip up and hope Manchester slips up twice. No. Remember, same thing happened last season. Arsenal sat on top for a long time.
At one particular time, I thought they were going to take it. They were
going to take it. Yeah. Look now. Go visit your league table right now. Arsenal is currently sitting on top. Number 1.
Not comfortably.
2 games to go for Arsenal. 3 games for Manchester City. Will Arsenal do what they did last season? Or rather, the question should be, will Manchester City do what they did last season? Are they going to overtake Arsenal again in the last minutes? That's interesting. Feel free, leave your comments on your comment section. Tell us, do you think Arsenal has what it takes to take the title, or do you think Man City will do what Man City does?
I can assure you that the league table is hitting up there with Arsenal Arsenal will only be able to get a maximum of 6 points, while Manchester City, if they're going to win all the remaining games, they will get 9 points, crowning them the champions yet again, retaining that league cup. Tisha weDiski.
You know what's interesting? We often talk about games in hand.
Yeah.
And obtained points.
Yes.
Most people will prefer obtained points over games in hand.
Yeah.
But look now, Arsenal is currently leading by a point.
Yeah.
Manchester City has a game in hand.
Yeah.
What would you take? A point
or the game in hand? Yeah, but with the game in hand, you have an opportunity to get 3, to multiply that point and
you have an opportunity to lose again. This is football. Things happen. How many games has Manchester City lost this season? So they're capable of losing.
Sure, Bafetu, if you like what we're doing here on Betfred South Africa's YouTube channel, make sure to drop us a like, a subscribe, and more importantly, you need to note that less than 5% of our viewers have subscribed. So you can join the lucky 5% who are part of the Betfred family. So make sure to go up, smash the subscribe button, break it to pieces, join the family, and look, we have big things coming your way. So you don't want to miss out. Let's get back to the video.
Yeah, it's all happening at the Old Trafford Stadium where Manchester United will be hosting Arsenal. Tisha weDiski, let's quickly try and profile Arsenal this time around. Let's see who are the main players who will be responsible for bringing down that Manchester United squad.
You look at Arsenal, excellent season. They have scored the most goals.
Yeah.
They have scored a total of 88 goals going to the weekend. If you look at the top goal scorer, is Usaka. Usaka has, I think it's 16
goals.
He's got 16 goals.
Yeah,
that's 9 goals. Yeah, in the Premier League. That's 9 goals behind Haaland. What does that tell you? If Arsenal has scored the most goals in the Premier League, but Usaka, the top goal scorer, is currently number 8. The 8th top goal scorer. It means Arsenal is playing collectively as a squad. So they're not only relying on one person who is Saka to score the goals. Goals can come from anywhere.
That's shown again by the number of goals they have scored. I think Arsenal have scored 88 goals going into the weekend. That means they've got the best strike force. At the same time,
defense.
They've been scored only 28 goals. Best defense.
That's
that's
what you call a team.
Yeah, that's a balanced team.
That's what you call a team.
Michael Arteta is doing a very good job there.
He's doing an excellent job. But I think again, experience.
But last year, after losing that one, they must have learned something.
Look, now Arsenal was all right. Do you know when things went wrong for Arsenal?
Yeah.
That lost against Aston Villa.
Oh, yeah.
Arsenal was coming so right.
Yeah.
They went on to lose against Aston Villa. That dented the title hopes.
The title hopes, yes.
Because you see now, if they won that game,
if they won that game,
got 3 points from that game, they'll be leading in Manchester City by 4 points.
4 points.
And Man City will have one game in point
of the season.
But that went to cost them.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. Anything is possible. They have menu. I think they'll prefer to play menu.
Yeah. I
think they'll prefer to play to play menu.
Yeah.
But menu coming to the game as underdogs. It's always nice coming to a game as underdogs.
Yeah.
You have
nothing to lose.
You got nothing to lose. We're seeing fans. We're seeing Malaysians crying. It's about time for Erik ten Hag to leave.
Yeah.
Do you think Erik ten Hag must leave?
Yeah.
I mean.
The rumor mill going into this week, into the weekend, UThisha weDiski, do you know where they are saying he's being headed to? Bayern Munich. That's fun, isn't it? Hey.
Look, but now
how does that work?
Doesn't that tell you something?
Are they saying he's in the wrong club? He's going to bring much more joy in Bayern Munich or something?
That's exactly what they might be saying. I'll tell you, reason for that. If you look at Erik ten Hag, I think the reason why Manchester United is doing so bad is the injury list.
Okay.
You remember for a long time, Casemiro, who's very influential for Man United, was out.
Yeah.
They lost a couple of games without Casemiro.
Yeah.
Now, the top goal scorer, one of their best players, if not the best player, who happens to be Fernandes, he's out injured. He didn't play in that 4-0 thrashing by Crystal Palace. That cost them. Your defenders, you got 3 experienced defenders.
All out.
Luke Maguire, Varane.
All out.
Out. What must happen, Mr. E? How are you going to get those results? You have your striker, your best striker, who happens to be Rashford, out injured. So what must happen?
So you're actually looking at the back. You don't have any strikers to be scoring.
Exactly.
Hence they find themselves with a goal difference of -3.
Maybe someone is looking at it this way, that if it was probably another coach, Man United would be finding himself in 15th place or 16th place.
16th place.
Maybe.
They might be going there.
Because they're fighting. They're just falling short.
Manchester United is giving us Kaizer Chiefs vibes, eh?
So imagine supporting Kaizer Chiefs and Man United at the same time.
Hey, that's a very, very big heartache. Very, very big one. You are still watching the Diski preview show, and just to give you a little bit of trivia, the rivalry between these two clubs, that's Manchester United and Arsenal, started in 1894. The two teams have faced each other 240 times, and Manchester United has won 99 times, and Arsenal only 88, and 53 games have ended in a draw. I think that's incredible for Manchester United.
That's incredible. But again, Mr. E, history. We're talking about the history.
Yeah, but there's something to brag about.
You see, those 90 games, those 90 games, I'm sure 70 of them were won when Sir Alex Ferguson
he was there, I think, from 1986 to 2000. It was he was there for a very long time after that he left Manchester United, and things didn't seem to
what a legend.
work there after.
What a legend. What a legend.
I know also Ryan Giggs also tried to coach. It didn't work.
from Alex Ferguson.
Yeah.
Which other coach do you think came in and
Roy Atkinson?
Because we know coaches, even Mourinho.
Yeah.
Mourinho had a spell at Man United.
Yeah.
But did achieve the results required?
No way. I think the problem that's at Manchester United is a coaching problem, UThisha weDiski. Those big shoes of say Alex Ferguson.
Maybe exchange. Take Pep from Manchester City and bring him to Man United.
Well, we might as well have to change the City and United.
But what a game! What a game we have on our hands. Man United and Arsenal. Just looking at head to head, you mentioned those stats. But if we look at the last 5 games, in those last 5 games
between the two teams,
Man United and Arsenal, last 5 games, Arsenal has won 3 of those games, and Man United has won 2. Of those games, so it's even. And if you notice in those 5 games, there's a pattern. Man United, it's Arsenal win, Man United win. Arsenal win. Man United win. Last game happened to be Arsenal win. So the pattern says what? Pattern says Man United win.
Are you giving us a prediction there? I know there's a lot of hunters who want to play that match or place their bets on that match before we close the show. uThisha weDiski certainly will give us his predictions so that we know how to play the game over this weekend. Where are you watching us from, and are you enjoying the show? Please let us know on the comment section. uThisha weDiski, who do you think is going to be the high scoring, or rather who's going to be on the score sheet for Manchester United?
Look, score sheet, Holland,
yes.
He's excellent. He's excellent.
In the absence of Fernandes.
He's excellent. I see him getting a goal or 2. Believe you, Manchester United is going to give Arsenal a run for the money. It won't be an easy game for Arsenal.
We should expect a surprise win for Manchester United.
If you're thinking Arsenal is going to win this game convincingly or easily, you got another thing coming.
Yeah.
You got another thing coming.
Yeah. Okay, and Onana, how do you think he's going to play against Arsenal? Because I know he's in the running for the goalkeeper of the month, as well as Fernandes. I think those 6 goals that he scored, he's also in the running for player of the month. I think they've done phenomenally well.
Best game to have Onana in this game.
Yeah.
Reason that being, you have a fast, quick players like the likes of Saka for Arsenal. So with Onana not staying in his box, coming out, that gives it cushion. You know, he's like your last man now. He's like your number 5. He's the one that's gonna cut in those passes. So you don't expect to see many one-on-ones against Onana. He's gonna cut those.
Cut those ones. Yeah, those are the sentiments of uThisha weDiski saying Onana is gonna be one of the important players for this match. Right now, I'm going to put the head of uThisha weDiski on the block. We are going to ask him. That means you and I. We are going to ask him what his predictions are for this game. uThisha weDiski, it's time. That time again. The time that you like most.
Arsenal is not winning this game. So I'm going for Manchester, win or draw. Manchester, win or draw.
Okay, are we going to see a lot of goals there?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Manchester win or draw over 2.5.
But will Onana be able to stop the onslaught from Obusaka and so on, uThisha weDiski? Or Jesus, Gabriel Jesus?
Look, let Arsenal score a goal to show which they did actually take part in the game.
Yeah.
But let Manchester take the 3 points or at least a point.
With your prediction, uThisha weDiski, you're actually saying it's over for Arsenal. They are not going to lift up the championship.
From game 1, I told you Manchester City was going to win the league.
Yeah.
You didn't believe me. I told you about Sundowns in the South African Premier League. You didn't believe me. So no, we'll wait for the league.
You know,
then we recap. When leagues are done, we recap.
This time around, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to use my last few coins to place that bet. And I'm going to put Manchester United win or draw.
Funny part, when I make my predictions, you guys don't believe me. When my predictions go the way,
they don't come back to you.
You don't comment. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's what uThisha weDiski there for you. He's saying most of the time you don't believe his predictions, but most of the time, as I said earlier on, they come true. Okay, so Manchester United win or draw. What are your thoughts? What are your insights or sentiments on that? Do you think uThisha weDiski is right this time around? Arsenal is not going to win the championship. Is it going to be Manchester City? Let us know in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching this episode of the Diski Preview Show. Until next time, my name is Mr. E.